Look, I mean, everyone keeps telling me it's been a rough week for the Boston Celtics. No, it's been a great week for the Boston Celtics because one reason, this guy's back. And so we're going to do all Rob all the time. The first number tonight, 19,561. That's how many fans were up on their feet as Robert Williams came back in. Now, mind you, this doesn't count the coaching staff, the players, and me, who were also up on our feet when Rob got back on the court. It was just like there was so much energy in the building in that moment. I'm kind of glad they brought him in with the bench. You just felt the vibes, chills, literal chills going on in my body watching him get back out there. And look, the players respect how much he fought to be out there in the finals last year, gave up his body, and they respected that. 29 games in, finally, it was time to get him back out there, and it was just nice to see. And honestly, it looked like he was a little hyped for his first session, but after that, he really settled in. And so, look, now we can just celebrate because Rob's back.
I remember Rob told me after that game he was a little nervous. He wanted to do everything right, but he said after that first dunk, he said it was like a sigh of relief. Everything just left his body. All right, what's coming in next?
Well, I'm glad you brought up the dunks because that's what we're going to focus on. 6 of them, which is the next number, because that's how many dunks in 2 games he's had. And just as you said, it's so funny to hear him say, well, I just need to catch a lob to calm down.
Right.
Like, most people get into a game, they just want to make a basket or, you know, get a steal, do something. No, he's just kicking it old school and throwing down
I want to throw it down.
Here's the thing for me. So, the Celtics were 29th in the NBA in dunks before Rob came back. They've already started to shimmy up a little bit. It's going to take some time. But Rob is now 4th on the team in dunks already. Think about that. Like, there's a lot of players that are playing on this team, 12, 13 deep right now, and Rob is already up to 4th behind only the Jays and Luke Cornett. And this is what's going to happen. The Celtics have struggled to generate points around the basket. Only 21.2% of their field goals have come inside of 3 feet. Well, you reinsert the Time Lord, and all of a sudden, at least 4 or 5 times per game, you're getting an opportunity at the basket. Give me easy buckets, especially those fun lobs towards the basket.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that he's already had 6 dunks and he's only been in 2 games so far. The instant impact of Rob Williams. What's coming in next?
Okay, look, I'm just going to be honest. This whole segment is just an excuse for me to get to watch Rob highlights.
Of course.
So the next number is 3, which is how many blocks he's had since coming back. Clock blocks, mind you. But what I love is we're just going to watch him because this is what I really want to see. He's done it in 3 different ways. Here he is coming from the weak side, covering about 15 feet of space to block a Wagner. Over here, Mo Bamba thought he could get off a hook shot. Rob almost killed 2 people in the front row with that block. And then we have this, where he's blocking 3-point shots. I don't know which one's my favorite. I do love that Rob can do it in every which way. And maybe the 3-point block is my favorite because shooters just don't typically think he's going to be able to get out there and contest those shots. And yet Rob, using that length, scrambles out. And the first night, he wasn't very good at it. He was maybe a step slow. Understandable. Dude hasn't played on a basketball court in 6 months. By game 2, he was already out there blocking 3-point shots. Believe me, it will not be the last time this season. And he's just so vital to this defensive evolution that the Celtics are kind of undergoing, especially now that he's back.
It's like Rob Williams just getting back into his groove.
Doesn't ease in.
It's so easy, though. I'm watching him at these games. He's up at the basket making those blocks. It does give me a little bit of chills for Forsberg. I'm there with you with the chills. Last but not least, what you have for us?
We're going to bump out this number a little bit. It's going to go from 3 to 33.3. And that's what opponents are shooting against Rob right now. I didn't expect Rob to come back and be Defensive Player of the Year Rob right away. And yet you can see the impact already, especially that is 11.7% below the expected output. Now, mind you, again, these are guys who are used to operating around the basket, shooting a high percentage, and Rob is just denying everything in there. 25% under is what everybody is shooting inside of 6 feet. So look, I thought it would take some time. I thought he'd have some rust. But like I said, he's up there catching alley-oops. He's up there blocking shots. Everyone kept telling me in the days leading up to Rob's return that in practice he looked like himself. And besides being a little bit too hyped at the onset, I'm actually surprised how good he's been. Eventually we'll see him kind of re-elevate to that starting lineup. We'll see how good that unit is. But man, I know the results haven't tipped the Celtics' way this week.
Yeah.
But damn, I love this week because Rob was back out there, and this has been great. And I can't wait for, I guess we got, what, 52, 53 games of Rob, fingers crossed, this season?
Yeah, fingers crossed. He stays healthy for the rest of the
Knock on every piece of wood around here.
Find some wood around here as well.